probably heard of a couple of these things out here. Let me just make this a little bigger. So by now, everybody's probably heard of Scoop. Scoop is a package manager for Windows. And also WinGet is the new Microsoft package manager for Windows. We also have a package manager. I work for Chocolatey. So we thought it would be really cool if in the off chance there's not something in our community repository that either Scoop or WinGet has, or you're coming from the Scoop and WinGet ecosystem and you're used to using their manifests, is what they call their package definitions, to quickly generate Chocolatey packages out of that. So I've got a little PowerShell function that I've written that does just that. So for example, if we take this 7-zip package out here on the WinGet repository and we look at the YAML file, this is the definition for a WinGet package. And if we click this raw link and grab it, and we come back here to our PowerShell window, and then I'll just copy in this URL and I'm going to push it directly to convert to Choco package, and I'm going to tell it where to store it. And I've got a packages folder created right here on this repository. What this is going to do is it's going to invoke Chocolatey on the back end of things. And it's going to read that manifest file, and it's going to generate a Chocolatey package for you in just a couple of seconds. And if we look inside of here, we've got our tools directory. There's the 7-zip MSI from the manifest. It went ahead and downloaded that, put it into the package. And if we look at the Chocolatey install.ps1, this is the PowerShell script that actually installs the package. You can see I'm using the business version of Chocolatey here. So we were able to automatically detect the silent arguments for that binary and write the packaging so that this is completely offline and ready to go. And similarly, if you are ready to deploy this in your environment, what you can do, I don't think I have the extension on here. So if I were to do something like cd packages and then do something like choco push that, and my source should be what did I call it? I think I call it grease lightning. And I'm going to say force. And that's up there ready to go. So now if I wanted to do Choco install 7-zip from, and I think I called the friendly name of this package. Let me see. Oh, I've already got it installed, so it's not going to do that. I can do force if I want to. Maybe. Oh, if I would actually learn how to type, this would go easier, right? Curse of doing it live. So that's how you can convert a Scoop package or a WinGet package into a Chocolatey package. This is eventually going to make it into Chocolatey proper as just a command you can run. And we're looking at putting it into the open source version as well as the business version. Obviously, the business version here, it lights it up a little better in that you get a completely offline package out of it. The open source version doesn't have the functionality to automatically detect those silent install switches and things like that. But we'll get you 80% of the way there on the open source side. So that's that one. And then real quick, I've got this other function that is broken on this machine for reasons that are unbeknownst to me. I think it's because I'm running server 2019, but I haven't really diagnosed it yet. I copied this from somewhere else. But just to show this off, and I'll throw this up on GitHub somewhere so that we can link it later. But I wrote this quick function called disable TLS protocol. Here at Choco, we have some requirements where we have to test some of our central management stuff against hardened environments, where folks that are in air gap networks, things like that, have very stringent TLS requirements. So this function allows me to disable TLS 101112 SSL3 kind of on the fly. I can pick one or many of these and it'll go down through. Basically, it just creates some registry keys and turns the client server things disabled by default to 1, and turns those particular ciphers off. Because I'm touching the registry in this way, it does require a reboot, so I throw a prompt at the end of it asking if I want to restart the computer. And if I answer yes or Y, it'll restart the computer. So relatively straightforward. Doesn't do anything terribly complex or crazy. But if you do need to disable TLS in a hurry, in the most dirty way possible, this script will do it. There is a built-in PowerShell commandlet called disable TLS Cipher Suite that does a slightly different thing in that the actual individual Cipher suites can be removed with that commandlet. And we use that in conjunction with this to kind of disable TLS environments while we're testing things, just to make sure when we do encounter a situation where a customer has a really locked down environment or something like that, that we have an answer that we can give them saying, oh, yeah, it's because the Cipher suite's not there. You need to do this. Another great tool that you can use actually to audit and change a system is the Ias Crypto Tool. It has a command line version and a GUI version that enables you to really quickly back up your registry and then make configuration changes and reboot a server to manage your TLS stuff. But that's this in a nutshell. That's all I've got.
All right.